So, it's not the only way you can do things, but what I have found works best for me is a pen mandrel. This is actually a Morse taper number 1 in a MT2 adapter to fit my lathe. It's the Jet 1014. Friction fit in. I've already got right here at the end, because this mandrel shaft screws into this. I've already got a slimline bushing that just stays on there full time, gives me a little bit more spacing. I'm going to be turning a slimline pen from this Batik Mango, these blanks, and we're going to mill the ends. I cut them and drilled and installed the tubes a couple of days ago. So we're going to set these up, mill the ends, and go for there. If you want consistency and accuracy, you got to use the bushings. Now, for a slimline, it's very simple. You got 4 bushings that are the same size on each end. Well, I'm using 4 for this setup. Slide that down the shaft. Put my next slimline bushing in between the two. Now I could turn these singly. You also notice what I don't have on here is the nut that fits on the end of this to tighten things up. That is because I use a mandrel saver. I love my mandrel saver. My mandrel saver has, well, saved my mandrel. Oddly enough, it's sort of in the name. But I'm going to toss a couple more spacers on here. Slide my tailstock up, lock it in place, and pick out which is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom. Alright, so this has got some inclusions in it, which are going to look really nice, but I'm going to be careful turning this piece because sometimes inclusions can hide deeper things that will tear and chip out. We're going to be going from this diameter to a much smaller diameter. Alright, so I'll lock this in place for a second. It depends on what I'm going to use to start the rounding and roughing. Where I set my tool rest, because I want that edge to impact right at the center line or just a little bit above it. I'm 6'2", so if it is sitting just a little bit above where my lathe is sitting right now, my angle's right. All right, so let's get this going. Get my so I'm going to tighten this up until my mandrel saver spins and I hear the bearings here load up. A bit more. This is only the second piece of the Batik that I've ever turned, so I'm going easy with it. I'm not getting too crazy. Yep. There's There's the sound I'm looking for. Alright, let's see what this is showing me so far. Okay, alright, there's my inclusion pieces. Those are close to the end. I'm going to work this side. You can see where I milled back in here and had that little loop, or that little ledge. Okay, so I had an inclusion pop up here, a couple of them. Those are going to be fun. Okay, so let's see if the alcohol shows anything. It's very dark wood. I'd have never thought of mango as a woodworking wood until I met Sodiq. And he started hooking me up with these really gorgeous freaking blanks. This is going to be fun. This one, yeah, all right. And this was out of my first order. All right. We haven't even really touched the second order yet. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to change things around here because the way I naturally cut these, the bottom barrel ends up being on this side with the point this way, and the top barrel on this side. So I got to swap this around a little bit. What you can kind of see about this batik is the grain goes everywhere. And when I've got something that has a crazy grain to it, like burl or something of this nature, where we've got all these patterns and craziness, I like to use a paring cut, not a shearing cut. So I won't be using the gouge on this very much. It's going to be more of the skew and kind of my own little weird scouge, sort of a skew ground gouge. Okay, did a little burnish action there to see what kind of pretty we're gonna have with that. All right, so the bark inclusions in that one piece chipped out a little bit. So easy enough, we're going to fill them. And what are we going to fill them with? We're going to fill them with mango. And our own self-made wood filler. Okay, we're back. Let's give this a try. I realized that I missed a tick here because I'm doing this as a copper pen, And I could have filled those inclusions with copper filings. Yeah, next time. All right. I'm going to use the scouge, and let's see what we can make happen here. Well, filled them up nicely. All right. Real easy when it comes to blending them down into the bush. Okay, well, I lost my battery through all of that, but take a look at that. I'll show the finishing process another time, because I don't have much battery. I didn't recover much battery in that time, so I'll get this posted tonight. Hey, thanks for watching.